Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from the Superdome. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
First and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, this is Kentre Miller. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
To throw, it's Rattler. That's caught by Miller. He's inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terrific way to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Oh, Derrick Henry! Derrick Henry! And he's going to go all the way! An electrifying run! 75 yards! Touchdown, Baltimore! Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Jackson. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, with the good coverage, and there to get a hand on it. Jackson now on 2nd down. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Again, it's Jackson. He's got it at the 3.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Now Rattler gonna throw. And open downfield. Johnson. And he will go all the way. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
From the gun, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. To throw is Jackson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Jackson up top again. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and short, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. He's got his tight end likely downfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Here's Rattler. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. A run here with Miller. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. A tough spot here. Third and long. Rattler now back to throw. Going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Jackson now to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Jackson looking to throw. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. 15 yards through the air. First down, Baltimore. Jackson now. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down, Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Extra point try now for Tucker. It's up and good. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Rattler. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. To throw, it's Rattler. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes a return from the end zone. And they'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss. I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Third and long. Now, Jackson. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. The kick is good. Saints have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. To the air one more time with Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. On the give, here's Henry.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Fowler. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here, Bounce.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Rattler. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, New Orleans. Throwing now is Rattler. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the air one more time.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
That is caught. It's Valdez-Scantling. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Miller. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. They'll run with Miller. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down, 8 for the first down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 17-yard line.
A give running right with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal inside the 10. Down to the 7-yard line. They'll drop to throw. This one on target to Olave. And he's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. And the Saints go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Hardy now with the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Rattler now back to throw. He's going to air this one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. It is third and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Here's Rattler. He's going to have the first down and then some. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down. Throwing now on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. You know, more often than not, the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So this one, a win for the Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans. First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the Superdome. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Rattler to open with a pass. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
Here we go.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rattler. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. To the air now on 1st and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A pass taken in by Miller. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
The ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, New Orleans. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
He's going to let this one go deep. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, And if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. 2nd and 7. To throw is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down. They'll run the toss to Barkley. Man. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More from New Orleans after this.
Okay, ready?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Throwing is Rattler. This one is caught by Moreau. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Now Rattler gonna throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing now is Rattler. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kamara. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to New Orleans after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Back to throw. He's going to... And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown 6. And his 2nd touchdown drive. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 21-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Rattler now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Here's Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. He's going to have a 1st down. Good game, but there is a flag down, and this could very well be coming back. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will be out time left on the clock, and that is the final action here in this first half. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. To throw on second down is Hurts. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal. Here's Barkley. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's third and goal. To throw is Hurts. And that is incomplete. He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. Now it's fourth and goal. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. His kick is good. And the Eagles start back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. Looking to throw, Rattler. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Miller. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. To throw, it's Rattler. He's got his man, that's Olave. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
You can see the running back. He's stretching it. He's stretching it. He's looking for somewhere to stick that foot in the ground and cut up field, but there was nowhere for him to go. The defense continued to take away all those cutback lanes, and he had no choice to just go out of bounds.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That'll be taken in by Barkley. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Big play coming up. This is third down. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to fourth down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That one caught by Smith. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They come up for 2nd and 2. Here comes Barkley. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They'll go with the sneak.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. And I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
And here we go, 4th and 2. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Throwing is Rattler. They'll try to set up the screen here. Room to run past the 30. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Now Rattler gonna throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the second half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to give the defense a chance to spark the comeback. You're trying to put him away late. Protect the ball. Safe throws. Don't be afraid to get to your check down. One bad read, one forced throw can be all you need to flip this game on its head and find yourself going with a lead late to falling behind.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
On second down, here's a run with Kamara. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Miller. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down. The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And that's going to work out just fine. Good kick, well covered, touchdown at the 5. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Backed up to his own goal line, Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they bring him down, but what a play past the 45. Here's first down. Here we go. One final play. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one, a win for the Saints. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Alontae Taylor. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And did he get in? No. They mark him out at the 1-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 72 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Barkley is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rattler working out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Rattler. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 60 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kamara. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now the point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. That gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
On 4th down, here's Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Throwing is Rattler. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. To the air is Rattler. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have moved out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That one out wide and intercepted. He's on his way.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's Rattler.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Rattler wants to throw it.
Flush to his right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he won't quite take it all the way, but still what a return. He gets that to the 10.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. C.J. Uzomah from 10 yards out. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. A third quarter now, at a one-point game as they line up second and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a second and 7. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Now he steps away. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. They juked him. Room here to run.
Now he's loose at the 40. Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it again with Kamara. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Here we go with Kamara. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain.
Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 2nd down. Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
Back to throw.
Touchdown! Juwan Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There's a nice move. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.